Winning the panel over. So, Carmen, if I remember rightly, it was Lancashire. Have I got that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So, um, more detail. So, you need to do more of the how. Like, this is how I actually delivered on the thing. Otherwise, the feedback they've given you is there just wasn't enough detail. Um, you could add more detail, but still have them thinking, hmm. So, Carmen, let's focus on value. Again, value added. What value can you add as an inspector in the future? So, in Lancashire, what keeps the chief constable awake at night? What two or three things keeps the chief awake at night?
Probably lack of resources is a big thing at the moment. We don't have enough staff, but I think that's also a national thing. Whether it keeps her
Um,
awake, I don't know. It keeps us awake.
I think it's something more specific than that. So,
um,
because when I joined in 1985, I had officers around me saying, "Oh, there's never enough police officers. We used to parade on twice as many. Blah 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 blah." It's just like it's been a current. I've been in three forces. One of them was overseas, and I heard the same thing. It's just like, yeah, okay. So let's get specific. Something really
um,
specific.
Standards of investigations.
Standard of investigations,
Yeah.
right? So in your answers, I'd be looking to weave in how this links in with the standard of investigations. So whatever the question they ask you, link it in somehow, some way. If it's around motivating officers, you're motivating them around standards of investigation. If it's around collaborative work with partner agencies, it's around the standard of investigations. Whatever you do, weave that in. If it's around tackling serious and organized crime, the standard of the investigation. Everything. Vulnerability, standard of the investigation. You can just weave it into everything so that you are demonstrating that you're the person that's going to add value. Because here's the thing, if I'm on a board, either consciously or unconsciously, probably unconsciously, I'm not going to promote someone who's not going to add value. I'm not going to promote someone who's not going to add value. So, David, if David's listened to this, David knows this because he's gone through a process with me where I'll have asked questions of David, like, what sort of value do you think you can bring to our team? Because I want to have people on my team, excuse me, around me who are better than me, who are going to add more value than I can add, more value than I can add. And so I've thought that consciously. I don't think in the police they think like that enough. I don't think they think like that enough. That actually their role is to surround themselves with people who are better at the thing, whatever the thing is, than they are. So I've got people on my team who are all better at doing something, either around coaching or managing people or um, data analysis or whatever the thing may be that we need as a business. Everyone on the team is better than me. Everyone, full stop. And that's what I'm looking for. So I don't think people look for that consciously in the police service promotion boards, but if you demonstrate that, it's going to have an unconscious impact on them. What they want to be thinking is, right, so if they're in the rank of chief superintendent and they're interviewing you, right, when Carmen gets promoted substantive, I really want her on my team. Yeah, I really want her on my team. I'd be an idiot if I failed her. I'm on the edge of my seat. I'd be an idiot if I failed her, and I want her on my team. That's what they're thinking. And so by adding that value, demonstrating that you are more than the standard board candidate, that you've really thought about the stuff that the chief worries about, because if the chief's worrying about it, I can promise you this, the chief super on the board or the superintendent on the board, they're worrying about it as well. If they're not, there's something wrong in the force. There's something seriously wrong with your SLT. If they are not worried about the thing that the chief's worried about, then there's something going horribly wrong. And so if you can demonstrate that you're the solution to those problems, then boom, you got it this time. Is that making sense, Carmen?
Yeah, it does. Totally.
Yeah, value, value, value. When you actually said more, how more detail, I actually wrote down, I just wrote down there, add value. As soon as you said it, I thought add value. That's the solution, add value. So can you think of the ways you could do that, Carmen?
Um, Oh God, now you've put me on the spot.
Well, that's what they do on boards.
Um, well, it's gonna all be in the prep, isn't it, for each question, which is what I did last year. But it's that your day to day. I suppose there's different areas of value, isn't there? There's what you do day to day. There's what you do weekly. There's what you do monthly. There's skill analysis. There's upskilling your team. There's making sure they've got the right training, that you've set them standards so that they know what's expected of them.
Oh, I've forgotten what the first one is now. I've forgotten what the first one was. You've just given me a shopping list. I've forgotten what the first one was. So, so one of the things before you came to join us, you might have thought, right, blue light, they've got this really unique thing about them. It might have been the 250 years worth of coaching experience that we have combined. It might have been the individuals that we've got working on a team. It might have been our guarantee, or there was something unique about what we offered that made you go, oh, yes, this is what I want. I want to be part of this. This sounds awesome. So what's your unique awesome?
I'm good at motivating and getting results. Problem solving. I'm really good. Give me a problem. I'll find a way, and I'll motivate the staff to get that problem done. And sometimes when they don't want to do it, they will still happily smile and go along and do it. So I suppose influencing people, motivating.
I liked it more when you said problem solving. So because you got excited about that.
Yeah.
If you watch the recording of this, you'll when you delivered that shopping list. It's just a bit boring. Sorry, but it was. I forgot the first
Yeah.
thing. By the time you got to number 5, I
Right.
forgot the first thing. But you just started by, oh, I'm good at this, I'm good at problem solving. I'm really good at problem solving. And you powerhouse through that then. I felt the energy. It's not
Yeah.
something you have to revise for this. It's there. Carmen's got it. You got some energy behind it. Now, as an inspector, you can't do all the problem solving now. So I'd be really interested on the board to hear about how all the way through your career, you've got a reputation, you've been awesome at problem solving, you've tackled some really big problems. You've dug so deep into not just the causes, but the causes of the causes. And you know you're good at it. But now the thing that you're developing is my ability to inspire others to be great problem solvers. And as an inspector, that's my role now. One of the things I think I'm going to find hard as an inspector in the future is stepping back and not getting involved in the problem solving and realizing that other people will solve the problem in a different way. Won't be the way I would have solved it, but they'll still get to the end result because they'll have a systematic approach to problem solving, one that I will have developed them into. There's more than just Sarah. Again, like Sarah, like it's such a cliched, and the way people roll out Sarah was not how the academics who researched it actually intended it either. They just intended it to be a series of principles. You do Sarah all at the same time, but typical of the police, they turned it into a linear process. You do the scanning this week, you do the analysis the week after, you do the response after that, and then you do the assessment. Never intended to be like that. Never. That wasn't the intention. That wasn't what the research told them. It wasn't what the data told them, but it's what the police did. Was it? Who was it? It wasn't. Oh, God, it wasn't. I'm trying to think of the academics now behind the SARA process. Michael Eck and others. I can't remember the names. Anyway, so Carmen, do you think you'd be able to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, it wasn't just like, yeah, I can do that. All right, so there's your value added. So you can add the detail and you can add the value, and you're going to be amazing. Sound good?
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah, awesome.